You will be cut off at exactly 10 minutes. This will also occur during the question and answer session. Good.
Yes.
Okay. Team LMP, you may begin when you're ready.
Air New Zealand doesn't just sell its customers a seat on a plane. Air New Zealand is the key that unlocks new memories, new people, and new experiences. This has been the root driver of your success. But with this success comes increased shareholder expectations. And so today, you've asked, how can Air New Zealand maintain its growth for the benefit of the country and the company to reach $545 million in profit by 2021?
In light of this, we present our strategy, Dare to Dream, which seeks to drive demand while growing capacity. We'll drive demand with the first up, Dream phase, which involves virtual reality headsets and smart social media ads. We'll grow capacity with the second arm, India, which is about route development.
However, before we go further into our strategy, let's walk through some of the analysis that underpins our recommendations. The first key issue is customer journey. Traditionally, a customer journey started at booking and ended when a customer got off the plane. But we have recognised that this is wider and it encompasses the dream phase, when a customer begins dreaming and thinking about the destinations they'd like to visit. If you want to truly differentiate yourself, you need to target your customers' needs across their whole customer journey.
The second issue is increased competition. Your load factors are being driven down by increased competition from low-cost carriers, which has a severe effect on your profit margins because you have high fixed costs. If you don't react to this, your profit will decrease by 22% over the next 5 years.
In light of this, we present our strategy, Dare to Dream. The first arm is the dream phase, and we've split this into a broad and a focused approach. The broad approach targets entire populations and, of course, your domestic flyers.
The focused approach targets people who are already flying internationally with virtual reality headsets that allow them to experience other Air New Zealand destinations while on an international flight.
To explain how this will work, we'll walk you through the example of Jim, who travels with his family for pleasure several times a year. First, they book their tickets and they log on to Visionary Economy, which gives them access to a VR headset.
While on the plane, Jim can put on that headset and be transported to the Hong Kong waterfront, where he can experience the light show in 360-degree virtual reality.
Jim can also add this experience to his online travel wish list, and he can ask for Air New Zealand to prompt him with emails whenever they have an amazing deal to Hong Kong.
Our broad approach to Ignite the Dream phase sees you use smart social media ads to target a much wider demographic.
We want you to go onto Instagram and release strategically placed ads after a user of Instagram makes a post about travelling to an Air New Zealand destination.
These ads will contain links to articles on the Air New Zealand website that are curated from the Koru magazine. They'll also include links to immediately buy tickets.
Our final strategy is India. This strategy, in the short term, sees you introduce a new route to India, in Mumbai. And in the long term, it sees you expand to 3 new routes in Southeast Asia.
This strategy is necessary because increasing load factors alone will not be enough for you to meet shareholder expectations. You must also grow by developing new routes.
As you can see on the slide behind me, we've identified multiple criteria as to why we selected Mumbai, India. We're happy to go through these in question and answer, but I'd like to particularly focus on the fact that it's a monopoly point-to-point route with a high degree of inbound and outbound tourism.
This has been an overview of our strategy, Dare to Dream, and we'll now pass you on to Jenny and John with implementation of finance.
Thank you, Isabel and Michael. So today we present to you our strategy, Dare to Dream, which involves you using VR technology and social media and smart social media ads in order to ignite the dream phase, and for you to increase the capacity through route development. Under the first arm of our strategy, Dream phase, the key thing to the focused VR strategy is the idea that you can incorporate the data you're able to generate from your flyers with the prompting system. Take an example. A flyer needs to be an AirPoints member in order to use a VR headset, which allows us to get data such as who they're travelling with, when they're travelling, and the amount of money they're spending per flight. Take Jim as an example. He's travelling with his family to Singapore, and 5 of them are all doing the VR headset. All of them enjoy the Hong Kong experience, so in 3 months' time, we'll be sending them a family package to travel to the destination. We've also looked at technology you'll need to invest in, and we're happy to discuss this in question and answers.
You'll be replacing some of your existing in-flight entertainment with the new VR machinery, starting with the travel-heavy economy routes and expanding over the 5-year period. It'll cost about $3,000 each to implement, as well as $4.5 million to capture the content and develop it into a virtual reality experience.
In the more broad approach of the strategy, we're looking at working with social media travel bloggers for these costs. We've listed some of the key reasons why we've done this, but most importantly, they're able to inspire the stream phase without being invasive. We're going to be incorporating your current Koru content onto your online platforms to further ignite the stream phase.
The dream phase will drive revenue in 3 ways. Firstly, passengers will pay for the VR service, and this will recover your initial investment. But we want to make this as minimal as possible because we want more people being incentivized to travel. Secondly, with more people wanting to travel, you'll have higher demand on your long-haul routes. And because you have because you have a differentiated service with the VR, you'll have a higher market share. Together, based on the assumptions behind me, this will result in $170 million in additional profit from your long-haul routes by 2021.
And the second arm of our strategy, India. Your priority is to negotiate with the Indian government for 4th freedom rights and also the Mumbai airport for you to land there. We expect that you'll be starting with 1 flight per week, increasing it with our projected passengers to 3 flights. And by the end of the 2nd year, according to our metrics, which we're having to discuss more in detail, you'll be able to use our criteria to look for a 2nd route.
Based on this rollout and the conservative assumptions I've outlined behind me, because it is a route expansion strategy, this will provide $15 million extra profit by 2021.
Overall, you've had great success in 2016, which has inflated shareholders' expectations. However, with increasing competition, your load factor will decrease to 80% if you do not differentiate yourself.
Because you're a high fixed cost company, this will reduce profits by $100 million over this 5-year period. However, our strategy, Dare to Dream, will enable you to sustain your current levels of growth and reach $545 million in profit by 2021. Thank you. That was an overview of the finance and implementation. I'll now pass back to Isabel and Micah to conclude.
You've asked us today how in New Zealand can it maintain its growth to both drive up demand and increase capacity. We've answered this with our strategy, Dare to Dream, which does both of these things by looking at virtual reality headsets and smart social media advertising to drive demand, along with increasing capacity with route expansion.
At the start of our presentation today, we told you that Air New Zealand unlocks new memories, new people and new experiences. But your customers don't start thinking about this when they book their flights. They start dreaming months and years beforehand. If you want to be truly successful, you need to capture the stream phase and inspire your customers to dare to dream.
This has been our strategy, Dare to Dream, and we'd now like to invite questions from the floor.
Thanks guys, great presentation. Just first question that jumps out at me, you're claiming in here load factors decreasing, and you gave some statistics about what they're going to decrease to.
Yep.
Where's the evidence for that in the case study?
Well, I've seen the latest 2 operating statistics released by New Zealand, where international load factors have already decreased to 83%, and I'm assuming that's going to continue to the broader industry average if you don't do anything to differentiate yourself.
What do you think, in your view from the analysis in the book, what are the top 3 issues facing in New Zealand?
So I'd like to start with 2 issues that were outlined. So increasing competition and being able to differentiate yourselves. I'd additionally look at the financial metrics with the way that fuel prices are increasing and the way that that's going to be cutting into your profit margins, but we did not think that that is as much of an immediate problem as what we discussed as our key issues.
Differentiation of the green VR sort of idea. What stops people replicating or other airlines doing the same thing within a short period?
So two things. So the first is you'd be looking to get intellectual property rights on the VR technology that's in New Zealand branded that you put in your flights, similar to your Sky Couch, which we believe is not replicable by other airlines due to IP licensing. But in reality, of course, these innovations can be replicated, and so your only real route to success is to constantly continue innovating as an airline, continue offering the best virtual reality technologies as these software updates come into place.
Just on the Data Dream again, if I understand correctly, it's about selling the dream of the destination, more travel. How can you ensure that this converts to Air New Zealand as opposed to more generalised travelling more? What's the mechanism to make sure that that's actually translating to Air New Zealand for travel in the future?
So taking the VR, for example, this is why we said it's really important we use the data that you currently have when you get points and visits, and also the prompting function. So as the prompting function allows them in the VR to choose the location they want to be in and the holiday destinations, and you can tell from the data who they're traveling with, when they're traveling, and you can actually target them specifically. So for an example, a family who travels twice a year, you're actually able to give them a heads up of, hey, look, we're able to give you this package at this 6-month period.
Are you confident that VR technology is advanced and standardised enough to leap into at this point in time?
Absolutely. So this is a personal experience of having experienced virtual reality technology that's informed our strategy. So we've used the HTC Vive camera ourselves, and we know that it's feasible to be used on a plane. VR might seem to some to be future focused, but it's actually current, and it has the graphical and software technology to be operating in our planes right now.
Talking a bit more about India, we don't go there now. So why do you think we don't go there now?
Yes, so I'm happy to walk you through the criteria that we asked to select India. We'll just go to the slide. So we looked at things like locations. We wanted a destination that was flight time that was feasible, and we've estimated that India is around 14, 15 hours.
So I want to ask, what do you think we have over in the past? I understand the rationale for going now. I can see that. Why don't you think we're over here? What would be the rationale for going over here?
So one rationale would be the fact that as it is a longer trip, it might not have been fuel efficient for you to send planes over there in the past, especially, say, 10 years ago when fuel prices were fairly high.
Additionally, we recognise that you have a limited fleet, and while you're often looking to develop new routes, the rate at which you can do that will always be limited. So this strategy is mostly about us giving our recommendation for when you should look to next.
I was going to draw on that point, but I shan't. Katie, you have a question?
So on how much did you think about the investment to actually mount a room like? Presumably it's a new aircraft or new aircrafts or whatever.
Yeah, so I included in the projection that in the first year they're only just going to be breaking even from this new route, because you'll have to negotiate with Mumbai Airport, for example, to do the back end design to how to integrate this with the existing design.
How does your strategy deal with the growing domestic LCC markets?
Our strategy today is focused mostly on the international markets. While we realised there is domestic competition, we decided that international problems are a more critical issue and decided to focus on that.
So do you have any recommendations how we can deal with the LCC growth?
Certainly. So LCCs are basically trying to undercut you on price. We don't think that New Zealand should begin basically price cutting in order to enter into a war with these LCCs. We think it's far more effective for you to leverage that Kiwi identity and brand and offer value-added services that give people a reason for choosing you, and especially on the long haul, when of course service is a big determinant of what airline we choose. That's why we opted for the virtual reality technology to enhance the value of our flights.
With the Dare to Dream, with the kind of monetisation of the $170 million profit coming from a luxury industry where Paris and Victoria is difficult to quantify dreams, which sell in the luxury industry. How did you come up with the $170 million?
Sure. So I broke into three areas. So firstly, there's a $20 million initial investment. You're going to recover that by selling the fees, so business paying for the bear. Secondly, the demand on the long routes where you have the VR is going to increase by 5% because of people seeing these VR videos and wanting to travel to these areas. And thirdly, because of the ability of these people to go onto your planes and watch VR, it will increase your market share by about 4%, which will drive your load factors to 86%.
Have you thought about the large change to the in-flight customer experience of having a VR headset mounted, from engagement with the crew through to trying to drink a glass of wine when you can't see with your hands going? Can you factor those things in?
Look, that's absolutely true, but we don't envision that anybody is going to keep the headset on for the entire flight, and we think it's certainly possible for them to have it on for a couple of hours, have a great experience with that feature or any of the other features, and then take it off and do that sort of thing.
We took your Sky Couch as one of the key examples. So after dinner, the customers will actually get Sky Couch set up for them, and we would want to do it the same way as well, before and after.
You talk about, so the FBA has been in New Zealand.
Yes, correct.
So I don't know if this is in the data actually, what portion of our customers are members versus non-members?
It wasn't mentioned in the case, but we believe it to be about at least 80% because it's a free sign-up and you collect headphones, especially given that, a large percentage of, so a lot of people that travel in services aren't frequent flyers, and so it's absolutely worth them signing up to get these points. So we don't think that's going to be a barrier in terms of getting the data so we can use this strategy.
Just on the one flight a week, what made you think that that was a way to start? Is that something you see often offshore, that airlines start one? So obviously you've got to keep the pilots, cabin crew for a whole week.
Look, so in order to minimise the initial cost, we hope that we'll be able to use planes that perhaps weren't flying 24/7 to fly that route. We wouldn't have them staying over in India for the whole week. They'd fly and fly back. We recognise that this isn't the best possible service, but we decided that it would be best to do that in order to start it at a low cost and gradually develop the demand.
And the time,
Last time.